What is up, y'all? This is Rainbow Fire, the unicorn knows the last unicorn. I'm going to tell you right now, this video is not meant for everyone. This is a really depressing video, and I'm really about to tell some things that I'm not going to share too much information, but I'm going to tell you some crazy stuff. The last video I made right here, it was all clear. You could see through this woods. Right now, it's getting dark. Now, I'm going to talk about something that I know you guys already know, that I'm part of a community known as the furry fandom. Alright? Now, I know you guys are going to all say, big deal, you're part of the furry fandom, who cares? You can like what you like. And that's true. Now, one of my other videos I mentioned, I talked about furry depression. Remember that video? If you haven't saw the furry depression video, check it out. It's one of my heart-touching videos. If there's a furry out there that's not, that's alone out there. I'm a furry that love this fandom for what it is. My persona is a unicorn. My Rainbow Fire, the last unicorn, based off the book from the movie and the franchise. Now I gotta be really careful because there is bear in this woods, so I don't know what time they move, but I gotta be really careful. So if I hear something, I cut the recording short. I have to get the hell out of here, okay? So yeah, we're in bear country, that's why you know where I'm filming. So yeah, I'm okay. I know what to do. So anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah, my persona is a unicorn. Rainbow Fire, the last unicorn. That's my persona. I've been in the furry fandom for a couple years. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because as a furry, that I see all these posts online, people going to the furry conventions. My best friend, Stalkaz the Stallion, if you ever check him out, he's a YouTuber. Stalkaz the Stallion, one of my best friends ever. He got me staying in the fandom. I already flat out told him I was going to fucking leave the furry fandom because there's so much disgusting people in the furry community. And that's what pisses me off the most. I know this fandom is meant for adults, but, you know. And I say, if you're a young fur out there that joined this fandom, do myself a favor. Do not join this community. It's not worth it. And like I said, there's a golf cart turning around, guys. If they're coming down here to drink, I gotta leave. Oh, good, they're turning around. Good. Swear to God they come. What the hell are they doing? They're playing Ring Around the Rosie, son of a bitch? What a bunch of idiots. Yeah, they get drunk down here, by the way. Yeah, by the way, anyway, so if you're a younger furry that joins this fandom, please do not join this fandom, all right? I know a lot of famous furry YouTubers are saying to join this fandom. It's not worth it. There's a lot of crazy things, and this fandom was meant for adults, okay? Plain and simple. I know I'm bringing this up in the video, but I don't care. But this fandom is way too much. If you're a furry like me that's been around for years, I'm not what they call a gray muzzle. A gray muzzle furry is a furry that's been around for God knows for years, longer than that. I'm not a gray muzzle. I'm a millennial that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, so I'm not a gray muzzle. I may sound like one, but I'm not. But I was a brony at the time. And I joined the furry. Most bronies joined the furry fandom. But the reason I'm making this video is because I see all my friends going to these furry conventions. I see all of them having fun. And I feel like I'm left out. And I look at all these photos and shit, I feel like I'm not part of the community. And if you're a furry out there if you're a furry out there that can't travel, that doesn't like flying on airplanes, like me, because I'm scared of flying. I'll admit this. I am scared of freaking flying. But I flew to Dollywood to film them videos, so I'm glad you guys love those videos. Check those videos out if you ever check them out, Dollywood videos. They're very good. I got on the airplane, I did it. But if I went to a furry convention like in California or something like that, I got 4 or 5 hour flight, no. 3 hour flights or 2 hour flights are the max for me. 4 hour, 5 hour flights, hell no. Hell no. I don't trust airplanes, that's the problem. If I went to a furry convention over in England or whatever, I'm not going there. And there's just too many freaking, we're going to rant a little bit. There's just too many instances with freaking airplanes nowadays. You got the one idiot, the one airplane that crashed and hit a dang fire truck. And there was another one that literally, the engine freaking flew off the damn thing. And that's why I was so damn scared in that damn video. Because there's furries out there that will not go to these furry conventions out of state because they're afraid to fly. And I'm one of those furries. I don't want to fly that far. I'd rather freaking drive to a freaking furry convention that's closest to me. Does it suck that I can't go to Rainforest that's in California or Pennsylvania? And another thing I'm going to bring up at the furry convention. My friend Stalkaz the Stallion, the YouTuber, check his YouTube channel out if you want to. Be my guest. My friend Stalkaz the Stallion said, those furry convention tickets are out freaking rages. And that's why most furries just don't want to go, because everything is too freaking expensive. Look at those damn fursuits. They're freaking $10,000. Most furries don't have a fursuit. Most people just make them themselves because they can't afford it. And you know, being a furry is just a hobby. And that's the thing about the furry fandom. I'm about to start crashing out. This is a warning. All right, here we go. Most furries get so much hate because they don't have a fursuit, or they don't have this, or they don't have that. Everything's just too freaking expensive. You can't afford nothing. Okay? And that's the thing. Everything with the furry fandom is too freaking expensive. Alright? And I'm not bashing on the furries. I'm not bashing on the conventions and the fandoms. They gotta make money somehow. But there's people out there like me that probably can't afford to go to one. I've never been to a furry convention. Would I like to go? Hell fucking yes. Just to meet some freaking goddamn friends. And that's why I hate the furry fandom. There's just too much freaking hate in the furry community. There's too much freaking hate. I'm sorry to crash, but the furry fandom has so much to live for, and there's just too much freaking hate. And now, I mentioned in one of those videos about the depressing furry shit. That's what I mentioned. Even that one video about the furries, even that one video about anti-furries. You know what I think about anti-furries? They are a piece of garbage mother shit that don't have a freaking life. And that's all they are. Like I said, I'm sorry I rant on the Thurians that act like animals. If you like doing that, I don't care. Be my guest, just do whatever you want in life. Most people in this furry community, one thing is, I watched the video. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm getting a little nervous because it's getting darker. Shit, I'm going to get out of here, guys. It's getting sketchy out here. See how dark it is? Most furries in the furry community are freaking depressed because they don't have no one to talk to. And that's the thing. I'm a furry that I care about everyone. And the thing is, people are just freaking jerks, okay? Most furries are going to end up quitting this community because there's so much freaking hate. The furry fandom is growing, but the problem is people are just plain dicks, okay? They're plain jackass jerks. And if you're a furry hater watching this, I mean, I really shouldn't say that, but just let us grow up. I mean, who gives a shit? We only got one life in this world. If you want to if you want to dress up in an anti-animal costume, be my fucking guest. Who gives a shit? Alright? And if you're a furrian that's acting like an animal, and if it's a phase, just do it, okay? I know I made a hate video on furrians and other kin, but just do what you want in your life, okay? Matter of fact, I might delete that video. Because I sound like an anti-furry raining on a furrian or other kin. I sound like a fucking jerk in that video. Okay? As a millennial, I'm not used to that because I grew up at a different time than we have. You guys, I really gotta get going because I'm not feeling safe. I gotta get the hell out of here. Yeah, I am not. Yeah, I gotta go, guys. But like I said, guys, this spot right here, I've been having lots of problems, guys. I'm looking at a bunch of furry conventions on my phone as I'm talking to you guys. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm trying to. There's a lot of golf carts running around. Yeah, I'm looking at a bunch of furry conventions on my phone so I can get some ideas on the video. But again, if you're a furry out there that's suffering through this depression and sadness, just fight for it, man. Just do something in your life. If people are making fun of you, who gives a shit? All right. As a furry that doesn't go to any of these conventions, that don't go, you don't have to go. If you're a furry that doesn't go to a convention, you don't have to go. You are fine. Okay? You're fine. Okay, I literally have to get going because it's getting late, and if I don't get the hell out of here, I'm not going to record. Shit, that fucking scared the shit out of me. Yeah, we gotta get the hell out of here. Guys are gonna see me get out of here. It scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna get on my bike and get the hell out. I've never been in the woods like this before. Yeah, guys. Yeah, like I thought, I filmed a couple videos right here before, but not many. Turn my light. Got my light on. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. So, guys, like I said in my videos, I don't mean to rat on any one of you guys, but if you're part of the furry fandom, don't be ashamed, okay, guys? And like I said, I don't rant on anyone in this fandom, but if you're part of this community, my advice as a furry, be safe, be careful, and do what you can do. Alright? And like I said, just have fun. A community is a community. And we all have to be careful what we do in life. And you know, I gotta push the bike uphill. We're going ramble on a steep hill slope. I seriously gotta get the hell out of here because being in the dark out here is really sketchy. You guys can't see in the video, but it's really dark. And I got one headlight on my bike. So that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, guys. Alright, like I said, but this is Rainbow Fire, the unicorn. No, it's the last unicorn. I will talk to you guys later. I'll get the hell out of here. Because I don't know if there's any damn bears. There is bear in this wood, so I gotta be really careful. Alright. Let me get out of here. I gotta start heading back. It's getting dark. Alright, guys. But that's all I want to talk about. If you're a furry that's in the furry fandom, and honestly, if you're feeling like this, you're not alone, okay? Being part of the furry fandom is not what it is But we just have to remember, we're all in this together. And if you're a furry out there that's feeling down and sad and all, you know, I really don't care. But, like I said, I'm going to wrap this up with this Jeep is coming to me. But, alright. But yeah, that's it, guys. I gotta get back because I'm on my bike. I gotta get home. But yeah. But this is Rainbow Fire the Unicorn. Knows the last Rainbow Fire the... I'm spitting my tongue out. This is Rainbow Fire the Unicorn. Notice the last unicorn. Peace out, guys, and have a good one. Peace. Peace.